Today, we will explore the captivating legacy of Joseph Bologne, also known as the Black Mozart. We will delve into the life, achievements, and remarkable contributions of this massively underrated and extraordinary musician. Joseph Bologne, Chevalier de Saint-Georges, was born on Christmas Day, 1745 in Guadeloupe, a French colony in the Caribbean. The son of a wealthy plantation owner, George Bologne, and a Senegalese slave named Nanon, Joseph Bologne was of mixed race, which posed challenges for him throughout his life. Stay tuned to know what the early life of Bologne was like. Although his father was already married, it is said that Bologne's father truly loved him and his mother since he broke convention by acknowledging his son and giving him his surname. At the young age of 7, Bologne and his mother relocated to France, where he received an excellent education in various disciplines, including music and fencing. Joseph's musical talents flourished, leading him to become an accomplished violinist and composer. Until 1757, George Bologne was still considered a commoner in Paris in spite of his wealth. But it all changed when he became the personal assistant to King Louis XV and an officer in the King's Guard, which granted him nobility and the title of Chevalier de Saint-Georges. Joseph was then enrolled in the Royal Academy of Fencing and Horsemanship. At 17, while he was recognized as the best swordsman in Europe by his peers, there were others who considered that a man of mixed heritage would never be as skilled a swordsman as a true Frenchman. In 1774, George Bologne passed away at his home in Guadeloupe, where the laws decreed that the hefty sum he had left to Joseph and Nanon would instead go to his legitimate daughter. Left with nothing but his grief, Joseph went on to participate in hundreds of duels, direct a symphony, perform solos, and introduce a genre of classical music in France, compose 20 pieces of music, write comedies, and even take part in a boxing match, all within a span of 2 years, from 1774 to 1776. As a violinist, Joseph Bologne's skills were unparalleled. He quickly gained recognition for his virtuosity, captivating audiences across Europe with his dazzling performances. Bologna was favored by Marie Antoinette and was among the few musicians invited to perform at Versailles, with only an intimate circle of the Queen in attendance. Beyond the virtuoso violin performances, Bologne's compositions were groundbreaking. He composed numerous symphonies, concertos, chamber music, and operas, showcasing his mastery of various musical genres. His works, characterized by their elegance and emotional depth, brought him considerable acclaim. Keep watching till the end to find out about the meeting of two legends, Joseph Bologne and Mozart. What sets Joseph Bologne apart is his dedication to promoting musical diversity. Despite facing racial discrimination, he was committed to showcasing the talents of musicians from diverse backgrounds. Bologna often collaborated with other notable musicians and composers of his time, including Mozart himself. Joseph Bologne's influence on Mozart is undeniable. The two composers admired each other's work and engaged in a friendly musical rivalry. Their mutual respect and artistic engage inspired them to push the boundaries of classical music, leaving an indelible mark on the history of Western music. In 1778, Bologna and Mozart stayed in the same house, and Mozart wrote 3 of his better-known works, potentially with the help of Joseph playing his violin for him. By the mid-1780s, Joseph became the patron of his longtime friend and admirer, Louis-Philippe II, one of the wealthiest men in France and cousin to the king, who played an important role in the French Revolution. During the most crucial years in the history of France, Bologna found himself at the side of its main players who really valued Bologne's charming ways. Bologna was inspired to support the revolution, and he joined the Volunteer Revolutionary Army in 1791 and became the leader of the first black battalion in history. However, he was imprisoned on the suspicion of supporting the monarchy, even though he supported the revolution wholeheartedly. He spent his final years in a small town outside of Paris, where he directed for small orchestras and played, in his own words, the best violin of his life. Sadly, Joseph Bologne's legacy was overshadowed by the racism prevalent in his time. Despite his immense talent and contributions to music, his achievements were often overlooked and neglected. However, in recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in his life, and works shedding light on this musical genius. Efforts to rediscover and celebrate Joseph Bologne's legacy have led to the revival of his compositions and the recognition of his significance in the classical music canon. Despite the barriers he faced due to his race, Bologne's exceptional talent and unwavering dedication continue to inspire musicians and audiences alike. Comment below and let us know what you thought.